Yes, so we'll begin. I'm sure missing you all, seeing you in person, but this will have to do for now. So first of all, just taking a deep breath in through the nose, a long exhale through the mouth. Just let your shoulders immediately sink a couple of inches, right? Just from taking 2 more breaths like that. Fill your whole body with the breath and out through the mouth. One more breath. This time, allow the energy as you exhale to sink your feet into the floor. Now, feeling your feet grow wide and spread energetically, and then dropping straight down through the middle of the feet, opening the portals to just burrow deep into the earth, under the snow, into the earth's crust, feeling that connection. I think this is the first thing to do in any time of stress, is to just go to the ground point. And it just literally takes 2 seconds to just drop the feet energy into the earth. And you have now all this energy available to you. So we're just going to begin turning just very gently, waking the body up, just turning around your core, as you all know how to do, stretching through the crown of the head, letting yourself get a bit taller, keeping the knees soft and the ankles. And just continue now to breathe, just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And as you breathe, you're allowing the mind to come to a place of stillness. So imagine your mind is like a lake. It has waves on it and ripples. That's all the thoughts and scattered energy that exists in the Shen Qi center in the middle of the mind. But as we breathe, you're imagining with each breath, those waves are getting calmer. They're beginning to settle down. You're getting flatter and flatter until the mind feels like a calm mirror. You can just feel that deep stillness inside and continue to breathe. Let's do about 1 more minute here, and really allowing the shoulders to drop and feel the tension in the neck and shoulders. It's just flowing down the arms. And as you're turning, it's just flinging off the tips of the fingertips, just flying out from you. It's leaving your physical form, that tension, that stress. Let's do the last 30 seconds in silence. If you like to just close your eyes and seeing that calm lake in the mind. And just for the last 10 seconds, turning a little bit deeper and opening the eyes and looking behind you as you turn all the way around. If it feels okay on your knees and your back to do this. And flooding the low back with oxygen, breathing deep down into the sacral area. Just a couple more turns here. And then we're going to slow it down. We're going to come to a gradual halt. And pausing, again, checking in with the energy of your feet. Feeling the tailbone drop, become heavy by lifting in the hip flexor. So rising this front area so that the tailbone will naturally drop. And as you close the eyes, allow the eyelids to feel very relaxed. They're just gently floating over the eyes and curving the arms, bringing them forward into Wuji position. Straightening the back of the neck by tucking the chin slightly, lifting the tips of the ears. Tuning into your heart center, feeling the chest relax as you breathe. Tuning into the belly, feeling the belly muscles relax. You feel like your arms are really floating just slightly, maybe 6 inches in front of you, the arms slightly curved. And feeling that there's a puppet master, that you are just suspended from someone above, holding your low back up, holding your heavy head up, so that you're really feeling like you're just floating in space here with your feet firmly on the ground, but the rest of your body is just suspended from above, to allow all the muscle groups in your body to relax, really using the minimal amount of effort to stay upright. And as the muscles relax, you may begin to feel the flow of chi that's coming up from the earth. You may feel little ripples of warmth flowing through you. So as we drop into Wuji, returning once more to that calm lake of the mind, now begin to feel your heart center, that is also a lake. Instead of feeling the agitation and distress that it can often build up around the heart, see the lake of your heart, this middle dantian lake area, begin to soften and smooth, feeling your heartbeat slow. Feel that deep inner relaxation around the heart and lungs. Beautiful. And now moving down to the belly area. See your whole lower dantian as a lake. They may have been agitated by having to do a lot of shoveling or physical movement in these last days, or just worry about your physical space. And just feel that too begin to calm and settle. A beautiful, clear, calm lake. Now you have your 3 dantians, these 3 energy centers, calm and clear. And now allow yourself to dissolve into the Wuji. We'll just remain for a minute in silence here, but letting go of thoughts of yourself and just merging with the oneness, going into that infinite energy source, that primal source that is always available. Your boundaries are dissolving. Your identity is dissolving. You're becoming one. Now coming back to yourself by breathing in through the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. And gently opening the eyes and dipping the hands into the earth energies. We bring the hands up to the sides, flipping at the shoulders for pulling down the heavens, allowing that calm of silvery light to come through, washing down through the center line of the body, the Taiji pull, connecting those 3 energy centers, those 3 calm lakes you've created, and now bringing that lightness in, bringing that inspiration and that remembrance of the eternal nature of reality. These bodies are temporary, our lives are temporary, everything that's happening in our lives is temporary. It will all one day be like an adventure story that we looked back on. Wow, remember that. So just coming back to this perspective of the big picture can take some of the weight off of the stress of the moment, what's happening in the moment. Knowing all those stressful times in your life that have happened before, they have passed. And you have maybe the memory of those times, but the stress has left your body. It's no longer needed. So we're just washing it out 3 more times, bringing in that extra wide column today of silvery light all the way through. It's really taking over the whole center of your body and extending now to the whole torso, the legs. So this column is quite wide. We're pulling it all the way in last time. Feeling your whole being absorb this bright, beautiful white light. And we'll pause here. Just take a breath and tune in and notice how you're feeling. And now with this inspiration and calm, I invite you to set your intention for your practice today. And it may be related to wanting to reduce your stress level, but it could be also anything else in your life that's happening. We're just at the end of the full moon. So there may be something that you wish to let go of in your life, using the energy of the moon to dissipate it as we come into the next 2 weeks of this moon cycle. Once you have that intention, just feel that intention as it comes out of the mind and down into the heart. And then feel it radiating outwards back into that source energy. And then gently opening the eyes. You're going to bend the knees. We're going to come forward and begin to clear. So we're just going to come up, do the lower part of the body, up the inside of the legs, through and down and around the outside. Inhale up and release. So we're just going to pull the energy through, down and around. Raking the fingers energetically through, pulling the energy up from the earth to the lower downstand as we also rake the energy fingers through and clear the lower legs, pulling that stagnation into the hands and then releasing it with the breath. Inhale up. Having a good time in the snow out there? Yes. That's because you don't have to worry about shoveling it. So you get to just have a party time. How much can our animals teach us about how not to be stressed, right? I'm going to do 3 more here. Inhaling, just getting the chi moving. As you bend the knees, you begin to feel the pumping of the circulation going, pulling the lymph through. And last time, through the lower legs and down. And then stepping wide into bow stance and taking the opposite arm, raking the fingers through, clearing this quadrant of the body, and imagining the lakes of the body as they flow with the rivers. So the rivers are the meridians of the body. They extend from the tips of the fingers and toes into all the major organs. So now as we're creating and clearing the rivers, flowing, sparkling, pulling any little blockages into the hand that's moving, gathering it into the palm, and releasing it out of the body with the breath. This also connects to the lakes. This will help to refresh. 2 more times here. And then up the back of this arm, hands and feet to center, turn to the other side, and then clear this arm, clearing any soreness in your muscles as you rake through with the fingers, just having the intention and the visualization of pulling tiny little blockages, like tiny little globules of gray, sticky stuff that's maybe it could be lactic acid buildup, it could be just muscle fatigue that has happened over the last few days. We're just pulling all that stuff into the hand and removing it so that the rivers can flow cleanly and clearly, bringing chi to all this part of your body, part of the muscles, shoulders, and 3 more times on this side to get that chi moving. Even inflammation, can pull it into the hand. And last time, and then turning the feet to center, rubbing the hands together, bringing that heat to the palms. We're just going to clear the mind now, raking the fingers through and pull right below the collarbones so that we've settled the mind with all the little spiky thoughts, looping thoughts, those things that get trapped up in the head area. We're just pulling them into the palms and giving them to the earth, creating more space up here. Deliberately, if you notice any looping thoughts come up, you can even ask them to be vacuumed into the palms of the hands. Don't worry, any thoughts that you need will still be there. You're not taking anything out that's necessary. You're just taking out the stagnation, those things that just keep going on. What if this? What if that? What if this? You know, we all know. 3 more times here, vacuuming that in and clearing tension off the face. And last time. And just shake the hands out, getting all that stagnation that may have collected into the palms, just shaking it off to the earth, and then just holding the hands up. Let's just pump the lymph through the body. So that's just helping to move the stagnation. You can have stagnation from not moving enough or moving too much, right? Both of those things can create that energy that's stuck in the body, and release and shake it out. Just feel the chi moving. And 1 point in the heavens. Inhale up and exhale down. Calming light moving through you. Great. Okay. So a lot of times stagnation and stress can go hand in hand because, as I said, not just the looping thoughts or the looping worry, the areas that just, they kind of create these little balls of tension inside ourselves, and it feeds itself, right? So it's like these loops. So what we want to do is want to break the pattern. And as you all know, this is my favorite ways to break any kind of pattern, whether it's internal or external. And this is the old man. I'm going to do 5 minutes because it really helps to clear out all that stuff. We don't even need to know what it is. We inhale up and we exhale down. Oh. And use the sound to break up that stagnation. Oh. Break up those patterns. Oh. Hands to the shoulders and bend at the waist. And we're just cutting those old patterns, thoughts, cords, loops. And inhale up. Oh. 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 Really let your mouth and throat open. Oh. Oh. And let the head hang heavy. It feels really good when you bend forward and clear all that stuff out. Oh, feel the resonance in your chest. Oh. Oh. halfway there. Oh. 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 3 more rounds. Oh. 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 Now staying bent forward, bend your knees and rest your chest on your knees as you grasp the opposite elbow with each hand. Just taking a couple breaths here in through the nose, really letting the head relax. Stretching the low back with the breath. Release the hands to the floor. We're going to gently roll up. Roll the shoulders open, lifting the head and stretching through the crown. Getting into your posture by dropping the tailbone, bending the knees slightly. Lift the shoulders up to the ears and let them just naturally slide down. And then just do a few neck rolls, inhaling back and exhaling forward. And we see blue sky up through the skylight. Inhale and exhale, just really feeling each micro movement. Breathing oxygen into all those tight areas. In reverse directions whenever you're ready. Inhaling back and exhaling forward. And bringing the head up back to its natural position. Again, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Inhale and just let them relax as you exhale and walk around in the circle. The energy come back into your feet and your legs. Just feeling yourself. Just do a little private dance for yourself. Just feel how your body's moving. Notice where there's tight areas in your body. Just taking note of what those are. Now I'm going to come back to a standing place and we're going to do a bit more clearing. So we're going to want to inhale the center and I just want to get the lymph moving. So we're going to do the inhale and then exhale to the sides and allowing the arms to swing in front and back of the body and shifting the weight. So we're allowing that squeeze and release action in the inguinal crease area. Just feeling the arms float up. And then as they swing, you're just clearing, shooting any stagnation that's in the body. This is a little more specific than the old man and also more specific than the spinal twist. We're really pumping the lymph here, and this is part of the weight shift. And as the lymph gets pumped through, we're clearing the stagnation by the exhale as we swing the arms to the side, we're moving the stagnation out of the whole system that is our immune system. So we're clearing that out, giving ourselves to do 1 more minute here. And you can slow it down if you like to, just feel what is the right rhythm for you. I like to do it pretty briskly because it really just feels like I'm really pumping that lymph as I shift the weight, keeping the knees straight forward. Okay, 20 more seconds. Okay, begin to slow it down, then twice more to each side. And come to center, 1 pulling down the heavens. This is kind of like pushing the reset button. Now we're clearing all that stuff. Anything that got brought up by that motion, by that exercise, we're just bringing the light in. We're shoving all that old stuff down through the soles of the feet into the earth. And I'd just like you to come back to Wuji for a moment and close the eyes. We're going to do a very quick check-in here. Notice how you're feeling. And then tuning into those 3 energy centers again, the 3 dantians, the 3 lakes. For yourself, ask yourself, what is it you do when you get stressed? What's your go-to? Some people like to eat. They're trying to maybe ground themselves or give themselves some kind of nourishment. Some people go online or watch shows or TV or something to distract the mind, right? Other people maybe reach out in some kind of way, trying to get their heart engaged. Maybe they are engaging with people, maybe in a healthy way, maybe not, and there's no judgment about any of this. It's simply an observation that we're doing in this moment. You know the answer. What is your go-to when you get stressed? What is the thing that you like to do? It could be a healthy thing. It could be like you go for a walk, you need to get moving. It's snow, guys. So whatever that is, now begin to have the awareness of what energy center are you trying to feed? Is it the physical body? Are you trying to calm your heart by the action you're taking? Are you trying to calm the mind? So notice this is where we will bring our stress. Sometimes we hold a lot of stress in our bodies. Sometimes we hold it around our hearts. And sometimes we have it in our mind. It can be in all different places, but we all have a tendency to have our certain things that are habits that we have found have worked for us in the past. So just noticing what that is, say for yourself, like, yeah, I tend to do this, this, and this. And then observe which of those habits that you're your go-tos, which of them are the healthy ones that really you feel better afterwards. So like go for a walk, I always feel better after I take a walk. Or I always feel worse after eating 3 chocolate donuts. Or I feel worse after going online and reading a bunch of social media posts, whatever it is for you. And there's no judgment. This is simply a self-awareness exercise. And then just having simply that intention of like, yes, I know that makes me feel better when I'm in times of stress. And that thing makes me feel worse. Just simply noticing it, putting the little columns in the checklist. And you know what they are too, but it's good to just remind ourselves. So if it's something that's trying to feed the body, say maybe food or sugar or something like that, going to the lower dantian area. It could also be the heart. Sometimes when we feed ourselves sugar, we're trying to calm the heart. If we're trying to distract ourselves with something maybe online, or maybe we're trying to calm the mind by distracting the mind and putting it into something that seems like it's outside ourselves. So this next exercise, the Om Harim, keeping all that in mind, we're going to clear those energy centers and imagine yourself releasing those things that are the unhealthy aspects of your stress patterns. So if it's in the mind, whatever, online or too many movies or binge watching or whatever, let's imagine yourself releasing the energy that you're trying to fix by doing those habits, and then releasing the habit itself. So we're going to use the sound to just really clear out those parts of ourselves. So we all know Om Harim, so we're going to inhale, to dip the fingers through the crown of the head. We're going to open the crown of the head to release all the stagnation in the mind out into the heavens. It's just going to dissolve with the sound Om. So inhale, and we go out. Om. Om. You can pick whatever note you like, whatever feels like it stirs and clears the head. Using the really to also break up the stagnation. Three more. And last time. Seeing the last of that stagnation heat state and talking, leaving the crown of the head, and then we're just going to close that portal. And bringing the hands down to the middle dantian area. We're going to bring the hands through the back of the chest. We're going to crack open the rib cage, and all that anxiety or agitation around the heart is going to leave as we move the energy out forward, and it's just going to dissolve with the sound har. And again, picking a note that really you feel the vibration in the chest area. So inhale and exhale. Three more. And last time. As the vibrations push out all that old energy out of the chest, dissolving And then close the portal of your heart right out in front of you. We're going to come down to the lower dantian area. So we're going to clear out this whole, the physical self, but also digestive, anything that's going on that may be clogged or blocked up in here, we're going to move it out. Also, any feelings of physical unsafety, we can just move that right out. That's also could be a source of stress and anxiety, is just worrying about your physical safety. So we're going to release that. As we inhale, curling the fingers, they're going to come all the way up to the diaphragm, and it's going to release this whole lower dantian area with the sound Hreem. And pick a low tone, we really feel that vibration. It's going to move outwards like a trapdoor. Inhale and exhale. Hreem. Last time. And the end of those vibrations is pushing all the rest down and out. And then we're just going to seal that lower dantian area. And one point on the heavens. And just like a refreshing waterfall of light coming through the crown, washing through, cleansing any little last remnants, and even brought up by the sounds and pushing it out through the soles of the feet into the earth. Very good, excellent. And just shake out the feet. So now we're going to do a few standing poses. I find that standing poses are amazing for the parasympathetic nervous system. So we're going to begin with the hug a tree. So bringing your arms curving forward, and you'll see they're right in front of my heart. The thumbs are brought down to face one another. The tips of the fingers are maybe 1 to 2 inches apart. And the arms are slightly curved and fairly far out from the bottom. So I really don't have a crimp. We want to create this energy flow. It's going to flow up the left arm and down the right arm and create a circle, and we'll leave the gap. And you want the arms to just be relaxed as they're suspended in front of you. The knees are gentle and spongy. The tailbone is dropped, and the shoulder blades are sliding down the back and tucking the chin, lengthening the back of the neck. And we're just going to hold this for 90 seconds and focus on the breath. This helps to strengthen the heart chakra, strengthening love for yourself, love and acceptance. Feeling your feet grounded into the earth. 1 more minute. Breathing 30 more seconds. Breathe into all the areas that feel tight. It's tightness, that means there's some stagnation in those areas. So as you breathe in, oxygenating them. Exhaling out, releasing that stagnation and tightness. And 1 more breath. And release the arms. Now we're going to come to strengthen the upper dantian. So Bringing the hands together in the shape of a triangle, the tips of the index finger and thumb touching. We're going to extend the hands in front of the body, and we're looking through that triangle, focusing on a particular point beyond. And again, relaxing the shoulders, the shoulder blades going down, dropping the tailbone, grounding the feet. So as we're focusing on this point, this is strengthening the third eye, it's strengthening the upper dantian. This gives us concentration, also the ability to see energy, gives us the part of our intuition that we just see things clearly. So we'll do this also for another. We'll do for 60 more seconds. You can breathe into any tight areas. Of course, you can drop your arms if it becomes too much. Feel your energy bodies are where it's actually holding you up. Keep bringing the awareness to the breath and to the focus between the hands. 30 more seconds. And one more breath here. And release the hands. Excellent, well done. And we're going to now strengthen the lower dantian. This is hands press ball. So we're gathering a ball of qi in front of the body, getting shoulders down, dropping the tailbone. We're strengthening this area by imagining this ball, and we're slightly pressing into the ball. So we're activating the hands, opening the palms, feel the heat of the palms, lengthen the back of the neck. The focus is on the lower dantian. Imagining, if you like to close the eyes, imagining that golden ball of energy that you're pressing, compressing, is bringing and building more qi in the lower dantian. So strengthening that physical aspect of yourself, that part of you, the root chakra that feels physical safety. It's also strengthening your creativity in the second chakra. So all this is being built. Keeping the breath going. Notice that your body will start to unwind. It'll start to relax. If you keep the breath steady and your mind is aware of those tight areas that are holding qi. When you become aware of them, you can breathe into them and feel those muscles relax. Feel the qi begin to be flowing. 30 more seconds. Feel how as the qi moves more freely, the tension is dissolved. The holding is dissolved. And one more breath here. And exhale, release. And just shake it out. Nice job, everyone. Now we're going to do some rounds of golden ball. This again to just be building energy and now moving the energy fluidly through the body. So we're going to come forward on the toes, inhaling, exhaling, rocking back on the feet. Getting your center there, tuning in, especially to those tight areas that you've noticed in your body. We're going to be really moving the qi through the whole body. So inhaling, bringing the golden ball to that lower dantian, just like we did in the standing posture to the heart and open it wide. Exhale. Gather together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And becoming looser and looser. Like you're just like noodles, your arms and your legs, they're just suspended in space, and you're moving like kelp in the ocean, just freely, rhythmically, moving with the breath, visualizing, keep bringing the power of the mind to building this chi by having this golden energy ball that you're moving around, redistributing the chi as it moves. And again, this is just a very deeply tonifying exercise. It restores all parts of the body, emotions, and mind. So I think this is a really great go-to exercise if you're feeling stressed. Because as we know, stress depletes us. It depletes the body, physical body, by is it running the cortisol, depletes the kidneys, which is what we'll do next. We'll do a nice long kidney exercise. But it also depletes the emotional self. You know how you just get tired of those thoughts, right? And those same things over and over again. And often these thoughts are not so much in the mind, but the heart. And then, of course, the mind itself gets exhausted, trying to figure things out, trying to see ahead. So if we can just bring ourselves back into this present moment right now, whatever right now is. How am I doing right now, though? This very moment, this exact moment, not 5 minutes ago, not 5 minutes from now, but right in this very moment. That helps to really relax your whole nervous system and calms the adrenals out of the fight or flight. So we're just doing a reset here. This is what I feel like the practice is so good for. Is repatterning the flow of energy that's existing in you. As we know, as you keep thinking the same things over and over again, that's creating a pattern. So we want to, if it's unhealthy or stressful thoughts, we want to shift that to a pattern that's more holistic, that's moving the chi through our whole being. It's allowing for the magical mystery that is life to occur. Because the mind only has a small part of it. So we want to release all the responsibility of the mind, like right now, just pulling that out of the mind into the heart and down into the lower dantian, and then just release it out. Use the breath. As we breathe, we're not only oxygenating all the blood and all the organs, creating literally more health inside ourselves, but the breath, as we all know, it's a very mysterious and powerful process that helps to realign ourselves into the present moment as we focus in and out. And we're just going to do 2 more rounds here. And release, and just coming to 1, pulling down the heavens. Stretching tall, bringing in the light. Just pause at the bottom and notice how you feel. As you can feel more of a lightness, which energy centers feel lighter, but still grounded. That's what we're going for, right? The grounded lightness of being. So now we're going to do some energy work for the kidneys. So we're going to help to restore the adrenals. We're going to inhale as we bring our hands sweeping across right at the line of the belly into the kidney on one side. Exhale, pushing out that fear or stress, and then breathing in on the other side and exhale out that stress. Sweeping in a blue light into this kidney, pushing out on the exhale of the gray old energy, and fill the other side with the blue light. Imagine sweeping your hands over a pool of water, and you're bringing that flowing water energy into the kidneys. We want our kidneys to be moist and warm and filled with qi. Stress, because the adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys, pulls qi out of the kidneys, and it makes them wizened and dried out and makes them all shriveled. So we want to lump them up. Just feel your kidneys absorbing and thankfully saying to you, thank you for filling me with this fresh, positive qi of going with the flow, right? Just that old surfing metaphor, right? The waves of life, we're not trying to battle them. We're not trying to conquer them. We're not trying to get on top of them even. We're trying to ride them. So we're capturing the natural energy of the moment and what's happening and moving with it in a way that's not tons of resistance, right? Because that uses up so much qi to be resisting. Doesn't mean we're passive though. Like you can't be passive and be on a surfboard. You have to be super ultra present in every moment, adjusting yourself constantly to how the wave moves. So this is how we're pulling that type of energy. We're building that pattern in our bodies of, yeah, I can ride this surfboard. And the more relaxed you are, the better, right? You can't be like super tense and ride the surfboard. No, you got to be feeling that suppleness. Beautiful. And when you do twice more to each side. You've noticed most surfers are not really stressed out people. They tend to be quite chill. And I think this is why, because they know how to literally ride the waves of life and the energy of it. And it's in a pattern in their bodies to be able to do that. So we're cultivating that ourselves right now. Last time. And then we're also going to do the Taoist one just to give them an extra. This is an even more powerful exercise of taking one hand and putting the hand right over the back of one kidney and the other hand over the forehead and curling the tip of the tongue as far back as you can on the roof of the mouth, if that feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to scoop water. It's going to come across the shoulders, down the other arm, and through the back of the hand to fill that kidney. So just giving an extra boost to the kidneys here. Just do a few of these on each side. Really see that dark blue water energy filling that kidney. Feel how plump it is now. How plump and juicy, filled with qi. Three more on the side. And then we're going to switch sides. Back of the hand and the other kidney, and then inhaling, scooping the water. Give me that extra burst. And last time. And bringing the hands around to the front. 3, pulling down the heavens to seal in all this qi you've just generated. Inhale up. Feeling that calming but inspirational energy come all the way through you, washing down through you. And last time. Just pause for one moment, noticing how you feel, relaxing your whole being. And then we can get ready to do the lying down meditation. So bringing yourselves into comfortable, warm, lying down position. I'm going to jerry rig this here a little bit. Okay. So we're going to come. As you wrap yourself up with pillows if you need to, a blanket. And as you feel yourself just relaxing and receiving all that beautiful chi you just generated, creating all that space in yourself. Feel all the space that you created in your mind. Feel all the space you've created in your heart. And feel that physical space you've created in your body. By moving out those old patterns of tension and stress and knotting. So just feeling that blissful, floating, regenerative feeling and telling yourself, thank you for giving me this time for my practice today. So grateful that you took this time to nurture yourself. And today we're going to do the inner alchemy meditation. It's one of my favorite meditations for de-stressing, but also helps to relax the kidneys and also brings us to a place of deep inner strength in our bones. So we have a really strong bones and skeleton. This helps to feel like we have a very firm foundation of life. So imagining yourself in the most beautiful, happy place you can imagine. It could be a real place or it could be a place in your imagination that everything about it is perfect. It's the perfect setting, the perfect vegetation or water or colors, the smells, the sounds. Your most beautiful place that you can imagine where you feel absolutely happy and at peace with yourself. And now, bringing your awareness to the middle of your head, find that pineal gland, that portal, the Ba Wei, that energetic gateway of consciousness to the realms beyond this dimension. Feel it turn on like a light bulb, like a searchlight. And you can use that searchlight, you can direct it in any direction you want to. So direct it downwards through your body. You're scanning through your whole body and looking into your own self, looking into your organs, looking into your whole physical being, your joints, your skeleton. Just observing what you see in there. And now directing that searchlight to the lower dantian area. And see the whole inner bowl of your pelvis filled with the beautiful blue ocean. And that blue ocean is extending as far as you can see in every direction. Just like our inner lakes, the waves begin to calm until the blue sea is flat and glassy. And then bringing that inner searchlight up to the heart area and see it blazing like the sun in the sky. Your whole heart is fire, radiant, glowing, golden ball of fire. And looking back downwards into your inner ocean, you see the level of the water as it begins to rise up to the solar plexus. And as you look towards your heart and the ball of fire like a sun, you see it sinking downwards, just like the sun setting in the sky. It's moving towards the solar plexus. And soon enough, the edges of the rays of the sun are meeting the edge of the tops of the water. And when the fire and the water meet, there's a steam that's produced. Psh, a beautiful, fine white steam. Psh. And that steam is collecting all around you. It flows out from the edges of the fire and water meeting. Collecting around you in thicker and thicker layer as the sun continues to sink downwards and the waters continue to rise. And now nearly a quarter of the sun is down into the water. The waters are getting higher and the sun is still sinking lower. And now half the sun is submerged in the ocean, and all the fire and water meeting together turns to this thicker and thicker layer of steam all around you. And now 3/4 of the sun are in the water. Turn to steam, those fiery rays. Now the top of the sun meets the level of the water, and both have risen to meet each other in the solar plexus, and all the water is now turning to steam, and all the fire is going into the steam. And so you're left with this very thick, fine, beautiful layer of white steam surrounding you 6 feet out in all directions. A thick fog. It's a dense, nurturing, alchemical steam. And it's naturally now beginning to sink through the pores of your skin. It's sinking through the layers of your scalp. It's going into the mind and calming the mind. So you feel that steam penetrating. Feel your mind grow very still and calm. Feel your whole scalp relax, your neck relax, your eyes are relaxed. Your breathing in your nose and your ears, your mouth and your teeth, relaxed, absorbing this alchemical steam, going deep into the throat and thyroid, penetrating through the shoulders, into the arms, going through the rib cage, going into the lungs, filling both lungs with this dense, healing steam. Feeling your lung tissues calming, absorbing. Feeling any grief just dissolving into this white, light steam. Feeling the heaviness just melt away. Now feeling your heart as it's absorbing this white alchemical steam, calming the heart. It's calm and nurturing all at once. Feeling the liver under the right side, into the right lung, absorbing all this white steam, calming, cleansing the liver tissue, the gallbladder. And then under the left lung, the stomach, spleen, and pancreas. Calming worry, calming digestion as that whole area becomes flooded and saturated with this healing alchemical white steam. And then in the back of the body, the kidneys already filled with so much chi from today. They too can have this extra absorbing layer of that transformed water energy, warming, nurturing, energizing. And the whole lower dantian area, the small intestine and the large intestine, the urinary bladder and reproductive organs, all absorbing, healing. Every tiny cell opening up to receive this healing white light. And down the legs, going through the leg muscles, the knee and hip, ankle joints, into the toes. All the muscle tissue being healed, refreshed. Reversing the aging of the cells as they take in all this light. Finally, all the way down to the bones of the body. Seeing all the bone tissue opening, absorbing the light. From the very tiniest toe bone to the large bones of the femurs, the whole spine, all the flat bones of the body, the scapulae, the skull, the pelvic bones. Your whole skeleton absorbing this white light. And this alchemical steam is strengthening the bone tissue, melting away any brittleness in the bones, allowing them to become strong. Seeing your whole skeleton now glowing inside you. This vibrant alchemical steam, fully absorbed now down to the very marrow of the bones, strengthening the red and white blood cell production until your whole being is glowing, all this white alchemical steam absorbed, and all of your cells open and glowing. You're vibrating, radiating, feeling healed on every level. Now tuning back into the scan you did earlier through your body, directing any extra of this special magical steam to those areas that felt more compromised or sore, or where there's been any past traumas or surgeries, particularly really saturating those areas with this alchemical steam till every part of you is uniformly glowing And then bringing the awareness back into your heart and asking yourself how you are doing right in this moment. Notice all the good things that you're feeling. And then ask your heart today what you can do as part of your day today to continue the feeling of well-being. What does your heart long for today? Just ask your heart and it will show you an image, or maybe you may hear a word in your head or a phrase in your inner ear. And acknowledging your heart and the wisdom of the heart. And telling yourself how much you love yourself and how much you appreciate yourself, how strong you are, how wise, how loving, compassionate. And now think of 3 to 5 things that you are really grateful for. Keeping this vibration of gratitude and love carry with you into the day. Watch how this energy helps to melt obstacles. That with this can become your default position in times of stress. How things magically seem to resolve themselves as you continue to show up in each moment in self-love, in self-appreciation, which will radiate out to all around you. You're welcome to stay here and rest your meditation. I'm going to close today's session. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really feel all of your presence. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Bringing my hands up above the head in a prayer position and drawing down center line to the heart, bowing my head to the heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give thanks for the wisdom of my teachers and my teachers' teachers, the wisdom of this energy that flows through all of us for the benefit of all beings. And if you'd like to send some energy to someone today, rub the hands together in front of the heart. Picture someone who needs a little boost of this, all this amazing chi that you just generated. Picture that person sitting right in front of you. And you're going to inhale into the palms of the hands, and you're going to blow into them some of that magical white steam. Watch it light up their energy body. Feel them absorb it. And then feel how that wave comes back to you into your own heart, restoring the balance of life. Sending all of you my love. And I will see you next week, hopefully in person.